called George, and then she laid eggs. So we actually caught her down at the bay that we're gonna go to, and she was this big when we caught her. And she is a pufferfish, a North Atlantic pufferfish.
Oh, so if they get scared, they'll go like...
Yeah, she gets stressed. Her body has a adaptation to protect itself by puffing up.
I wish I could see that happen.
A lot of animals do that actually. Owls will puff up, chickens puff up when they're upset, turkeys puff up to make them look bigger and stronger and more intimidating to prey.
I think it's a scavenger crab.
So that is a shame-faced crab.
Oh, yeah, wrong day.
Wait, where?
The one that you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I was like, what is that?
Shame-faced crab.
Alright, and then these are striped killifish. And then a filefish is at the top too.
I want to like get this thing scared so I can...
Nope, so it's actually really bad for their bodies when they have to puff. It increases their heart rate and causes their bodies so much stress that a lot of times they die not from the predator that caused them to puff, but from the stress it creates in their body. They'll die when they depuff a lot of times.
That's sad.
One-time use as well.
Oh yeah, I checked this out.
Under the sea. You guys look back.
Alright, so this guy right here is what an adult tautog looks like.
Oh,
Look, it's like the...
So a couple of you guys had flounder on your bingo board. These are flounder right here. They're flat on one side and they swim horizontal.
That's so cool.
And based on which direction they swim, you can tell if it's a summer or a winter flounder. Right now we have all summer flounder in here though.
Summer flounder.
What is some?
He is back here.
Oh, he's underneath.
Oh, that's cool.
And then this is a striped bass. And these guys right here, do you guys see them? The one closest to the pole swimming backward, that's what those babies in that first tank, that's what they grow into. That's an adult scup.
Wait, what?
how about that? How about that thing right here, like all the way in the top?
So that's an oyster toadfish. Isn't he just the ugliest thing in the world?
It's kind of cool. Where is it? It's kind of cool.
He's super cool.
Which one is it? It's not
So he hides, he actually has legs, bony, extendable legs, that he kind of walks on the floor with.
He's special. Oh, this one. Yeah, that thing right there. Tell us what I know. I tried to. Oh, well, we can totally see someone cleaning.
They've been doing that the whole time. What?
That thing.
Yeah, we'll take 15. Okay, so this is a life-size replica of a 33-foot North Atlantic right whale.
Oh, wow.
So you'll notice this area, the cutout, the first thing we'll look at, this is its flubber. Anyone know what the function of flubber is in whales? Yes. Do you shed anything?
No.
Hair.
You shed hair.
All the time, though? Right now, I'm shedding skin. Every second you are shedding dead skin cells. So instead, horseshoe crabs have to come to shore and they molt their skin. So they perfectly leave their body. They take their bodies out, they split on their midline right down their stomach, and then they exit the shell, and that allows them to grow bigger. Horseshoe crabs also come to shore around a full moon, and that's when they mate. Male horseshoe crabs, you can tell the difference, and we'll see it on a molt in the next classroom. They actually have hooks on their front claws that allow them to mate, whereas females, you can tell they're female because they don't have those hooks. And then this area right here is a replica of the rack line. So the rack line we'll see when we go down to the coast is the highest tide that happens, and it's where all the debris, all the seaweed, algae, shells, trash washes up. So horseshoe crabs, again, are prehistoric. They were around the dinosaurs. They've been around for about 350 million years. So they're pretty awesome. All right. So this is our tide pool.
I can hear the ocean.
Justin.
I have a turtle.
Turtle.
He's just at my dad's house right now.
So you have a turtle, you have sugar gliders, you have a dog and a cat.
I'm gonna take a picture of this guy.
Yes, you have a lot of pets.
Starfish. And a hamster. Or sea
And a hamster.
Mr. T-Bird. Wait, where's the one that's moving a
Dude, the
lot?
hermit crab is being attacked by the starfish.
So this is her. She used to be bright blue, but since when she died and she didn't have her skin pigmentation, her melanin, the shell kind of changed to pink. This was her shell. She was a giant.
Do you have a picture? She could cut your finger off.
Man, that thing's huge.
So
Not on my
like a
phone, no.
snake, like.
Yep, kind of just like a snake. So she would split on this midline here, and then she pulls her body out. Okay, let's do it. They have to leave the square because they never go in a straight line. Whoever gets out of the square first.
Come on, my little buddy, you can do this.
Yeah! All right, first place.
Ours won.
Dead.
Ours is dead.
What's going on here?
It smells like a cat. It feels like a cat with like. But in the wild they live.
Oh, 2 fingers. Sorry.
Oh, it still feels like a dog or a cat.
Yeah.
That's not a soft thing. Check that out. That's its spine. Oh, yeah, it's still stuck.
So the fox is hold it so you can take a picture.
So weird. Max.
Its spine is still
We describe
attached.
fox fur as wiry or
Oh, I see.
right? All the way through to, well, it ends in Bristol, which is where we are right now.
I knew that was a rabbit egg because when I
take
was
a
in
photo?
Rhode Island, there was a nest on our balcony. And it had 3 eggs. The mom allowed us to
No,
the
this.
eggs because
All right, so you guys can see there's bikers on the path. This is their road. It's how they do it, so we don't want to get in the way. And we're also going on to North Farm property. So this is kind of the border between where Audubon has property and where North Farm, this residence, has property. I have grandparents who live here, so we're allowed to use these trails, but we're going to be respectful when we're on their property because they're technically their swans in their pond. So again, we're going to walk in the grass because cars can go on this road. So we're going to walk in the grass and we're going to go see our baby swans.
How'd it happen? I dropped it. Where? On my, like a rock or something.
Back of the pond, there's a great egret back there.
I see. It's really white. It's like the whitest thing.
Where?
What does that mean?
all the way in the back on that tree right there, the branch.
Oh.
Oh, not that I know of. That's what you think. You see it? It's really sad about the swans. There used to be 3.
All the way back there. You see that little white dot?
Swamps. Sorry, look at my articles.
Somebody brought them.
Imported.
How? Do you think they came on?
People when they're being shipped.
Yep, so we think that they came over on the ships, and they reproduce so rapidly that they're actually kicking out the native green crab species. So if we find, a lot of the ones we're going to find today are going to be Japanese shore crabs or Asian shore crabs. If we find a green crab, it'll be a super treat. I've only found 1 so far this year.
What do we do if we find them? Do we bring them back here or something?
We're going to catch so many crabs. I'm going to have a bucket for you guys. We're going to put all the crabs in.
Can we bring one? Catch a turtle? I'm not holding.
If we find a cool one, we have a tank in the next room we're going to go see that we stock a lot of the Aquarius stuff in there. So if we find anything cool, we'll
Will we
bring
find
it up.
any turtles?
We'll see turtles. Not sea turtles though. Yes.
Like little tiny ones.
We found enough for each kid. Can we bring them home?
I don't think
No.
we can bring them home.
No, we don't. We can find a treasure. There's a ton of sea glass down there, shells. You may bring back one treasure.
What if I find a treasure? So in case you didn't know, no living things you can bring back. No living things.
So I can't just sneak a turtle in my pocket?
No. Because it will
Last thing we're
die.
gonna do before
And you will get
I have a
salmonella.
couple bio facts that I want us to look at before we move on. So let's group around this table again. So the whelks, these guys. What do you think that is?
Well, actually, wait.
It's skin.
I think that's its body where it's stretched out.
Is it? It's skin chest, like it stretches out when they take it off.
This is an egg case.
Oh.
So the whelk, they can kind of be hermaphrodites. So whelks don't exactly have a gender. Depending on their size, you can tell their gender. And they lay these eggs. And inside each of these would be a new whelk. That's cool. Look at that. Yeah, they lay a ton. You guys can pass this around? Alright. So this is a molt from a Japanese shore crab. You can pass that around.
Let me see. Ooh, can I pass this around?
No, that's gonna stay there. Does anyone know what these are?
Urchins.
Sea urchins, yep. So normally we see these and they have all those spines, those spikes on them. But when they die, the spikes fall off. It's just like your hair. So your hairs have a muscle in them that kind of hold them in, and their root holds them in. And once you die, those muscles loosen up and there's nothing holding them. Yep, the erector pili.
We're kind of like reverse porcupines.
Yeah.
And then this is a quahog shell.
I have one. You can find those everywhere.
We'll find tons down there.
I see.
And the rest of the stuff we'll talk about once we get down to the ocean.
I know.
Because where's the fun in talking about it when it's dead?
I know. Oh my
Where's the fun in talking about it when it's dead?
Alright.
Yeah, that's the snake was last fed.
Snake.
March 4th. Fed. You said pet. I said fed.
Oh, I see a snake.
Where's the turtle? Somebody said there was a turtle.
There's a turtle in there.